Hey guys, Lee Sell here with the Crawlspace Ace, and today we're checking out a encapsulation that we finished up for a customer out here in Paducah, Kentucky. And we actually did a full overhaul in this crawlspace. Customer had a ton of structural issues. I mean, he had blocks just like balanced on top of each other and shims that were just all janky. I mean, whoever did the structural repairs on this house before us, it was pretty terrible. So we ripped out all that makeshift structural repair. Put all new beams down either side of the main support. Added some secondary support beams from end to end on both sides, and actually ended up replacing the whole center beam as well, with new beams on either side of it as well. And then we did a full on encapsulation as well. So it turned out really good. And really, this was probably, I'm not even gonna say probably, this was the shallowest crawl space we've ever encapsulated. So come check it out. All right, so here's our entrance. So not only did we put one of our all composite premium crawl space doors in, but we also built them a door well, because the homeowner's actually going to come back and fill all this dirt up all the way up to the top of this door well, so he can get a better grade away from the house, so water doesn't continue to get in there. Now, we did install a sump pump system in this crawl space, but the less work you make that sump pump system do, the better it all will be, and the longer it'll last. But he's on a pretty flat yard out here, so, and it just stays wet. It just stays wet out here. So let's check out the underside of this house now. All new supports. It's got our 20 mil high strength reinforced liner. It's nice and dry, nice and clean. Beautiful Crawlspace Ace encapsulation. Alright, so now here we are underneath this house, and if you look right here, so this is where their original main support beam ran all the way down the center of the crawl space here. And what they had was, so somebody had come in here in between where they put these piers. So they got a pier here, and then they got a pier up here, and in between they had another support here, another kind of makeshift support. They just had it sitting on the ground, no footers or anything like that, trying to hold the weight because it started dipping between the piers, their support. Well, when they built this house, I hate when they do this, but see here above here, that's a 2x3, and they actually, if you look, see, they notch it out. They notch each floor joist out to rest on top of that 2x3. And so this floor joist runs 12 foot out to the outside wall over there, all the way over here, and all the weight from up in that house is resting on that 2 inches. Less than that, because they don't make 2 inches isn't 2 inches in lumber. So all that weight's sitting on that very end of each one of these floor joists. So no wonder them things are sagging. All that weight sitting on a damn 2x3. Yeah, you should never build a house that way. You should always have your main support and your floor joists should sit on top of that main support. And they should overlap on that main support at least 6 inches, I would say. If not, I guess at least 3 inches. At least that way you're sitting the whole thing, and you're not just sitting on the very edge of that dang support. You got a good section of meat on that floor joist is sitting on the main support. Anyway, so this is what we did to help them out. We're able to actually get rid of those little makeshift supports they had in between their piers. And what we did, we just ran 2 new beams on either side of, here's the main support here. So we had enough room to fit new beams on either side. So this side of the beams is catching. Now look how much is sitting on top of them beams now. So they're holding all that weight on top of these beams. So this side's holding all these floor joists. This side's holding all those floor joists going that way. So now they got some really good support under this house. And it's a really nice setup. So the other issue they were having was a lot of bouncing and stuff like that in the floor, because nowadays we have all kinds of things that are getting heavier. Fridges are getting heavier, all stoves, all that stuff is getting heavier. We're getting those kitchen islands with granite countertops and stuff like that. It's just getting really heavy, and so we're just having that 12-foot span from end to end is just becoming too much, and so they had these supports running down the center of these floor joists before, but as you can see from some of these pictures here, these before pictures is they just weren't done right. Somebody's uncle's cousin's brother, sister came out and installed these makeshift supports with no footers and random blocks sitting on top of each other to try to hold up this house. So we came in and installed. We got some nice footers underneath the liner here, and then we got our blocks sitting on top of it. So we actually got our liner sitting on top of that block, and then we stacked our blocks on top of the liner there. So it's got a really nice seal around these blocks that we installed. So no worries about escaped moisture between the liner and the block and stuff like that. It's got a really nice seal. So let's go around and check out the rest of the crawl space and see how the rest looks. So we also got some supports running this way. As you can see, we had to work around quite a few spots where there's some ductwork running, but we were able to get her handled. As you can see, she's pretty tight. Let's crawl back here to where the dehumidifier is at. Check this thing out. I mean, it's just about touching them floor joists on top. So the dehumidifier is about 12 inches tall. Them risers it's sitting on is about 4 inches tall. So sitting at about 16-inch deep crawl space right here. And this is one of the deeper areas. Further you get back that way, the shallower it gets. So needless to say, it was a pretty tight crawl space, but We got her sealed up nice and tight and looking good. So if you guys need some structural repairs, some crawl space waterproofing, or the best encapsulations in the area, just give us a call and we'll help you out. Thanks. If you have any other questions, feel free to, you can email me at thecrawlspaceace@gmail.com or go on our website at www.the-crawlspaceace.com and you can fill out a contact form and contact me through that. Thank you.